Let's say you want to make a change in the way you run your business. You want to introduce some new procedures or some new software to create efficiencies and better job tracking. Imagine if 90% of your team was opposed to these changes. How well do you think that would work? Believe it or not, there's a large organisation in Australia currently trying to push through major changes in this exact situation. A state government education department wants to make big changes in the way schools are managed. And guess what? 90% of school principals do not support the new system. 95% of them say they felt left in the dark. Half of them had not been consulted at all prior to the announcement. How did the education department get themselves in this situation? And what can you do to avoid having the same issues? Hey, I'm Dean Mance and I've owned and managed an electrical contracting business for about 30 years. Over that time I made a lot of changes and I tried many new ideas, and I learned one key lesson on making changes happen smoothly and without resistance from the team. As a business owner, you're always looking for ways to improve your business. Maybe you want to try some new reporting systems, some new technology to improve the scheduling of jobs. You can see efficiencies and cost savings and better control of the whole business. All these things will be good for the business, so why would your team resist these changes? While you're trying to convince them of the benefits, they are thinking about the downside for them. Could be more paperwork, more rules, more hassle, and more things to learn. As they always do, your team is asking themselves, how will this affect me? Will it make my job harder? And why wasn't I consulted about this? Many bosses make their decision first, then announce it to the team, then try and convince everyone to go along with the changes. And this is completely back to front, and it makes the team feel excluded and ignored. They resist any new system that's being imposed on them. But people are often very supportive of a new system if they help to create it. So the correct way to tackle changes is to start with a team discussion about the problem. Maybe your invoices and quotes are taking too long to get out to the clients. You can talk about the problems this causes in the business and how you'd like it to be instead. No, this is not going to work if the problems you raise are about how the current system is making it harder for you to buy a new boat or your next motorbike. You should focus on how these problems are affecting the team and how solving these problems will benefit them. Refer back to your team vision. Talk about the increased flexibility, more fun and greater financial rewards that everyone will enjoy as a result of solving this problem. Next, you ask for input. What do they think is causing this issue? How would they improve things? And what challenges do they see that might prevent us from solving the problem? Your team members will have some great ideas and insights, and this is where your team members get invested in the process. Some bosses get this far only to fail because they ask for the feedback, but then they don't really consider it when making their decision. And your workers can usually see through this approach. Now, you may already have a solution in mind, but you can't present it as a done deal. If you do have a solution, you can tell the team, look, I've been looking into ways we can fix this, and this is what I've come up with so far. Then you ask for feedback about the idea. Get the team to pick it apart for faults and problems. You might end up trialling your solution with a few adjustments suggested by the team. Make it clear that you want feedback on the new system and are willing to change things that don't work. Don't forget to involve your key people like supervisors and office managers early in the process. The rest of the team is more likely to support the change if the team leaders do. No matter how good the change might be and how much benefit it could bring you and your business, if you don't have cooperation from the team, you'll just get resistance, poor implementation, low productivity, and unhappy people. The lesson from that education department story is simple. If a large percentage of your team do not support your proposed changes, then you're going to have a big problem. The way to get that support is to involve the team in the decision-making process. I promise you'll get a much better result, because the best business systems in the world are useless if your team won't follow them. What do you think? Does this fit with your own experience? Let me know in the comments. And if you want me to answer a question about running a team of tradies in a contracting business, send me an email using the link in the description. As always, thank you for listening.